This week's tips are how air pollution affects plants, direct chemical damage, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide damage plants by destroying cellular membranes and inhibiting photosynthesis and respiration. This leads to stunted growth, leaf loss and injury. Ozone pollution. An accumulation of troposphere ozone can have a significant impact on plants. The gas blocks plant stomata, preventing respiration and slowing down the plant's rate of photosynthesis, weakening and sometimes killing the plant. Ozone that enters the plant through its stomata can also destroy plant cells. Particulate damage. Air pollution from tiny particles of coal or cement dust can form a thin film on plant leaves, lowering light levels and reducing the plant rates of photosynthesis. Particulate pollution can also damage plants when it settles on soil because plants absorb toxic substances from the soil through their root systems. Acid rain. Acid rain forms when the acidic chemicals in air pollutants combine with water droplets in the atmosphere. The water turns acidic. Acid rain destroys plant leaves and also soaks into the ground, damaging the soil and making plant germination and growth impossible.
Welcome back. Before the break, we looked at the two letters that were exchanged between a steel milling factory in Kikuyu and the National Environmental Management Authority. The irony of it is, the factory continued to operate as usual, causing more harm than good to the community.
Yes, for some of us who live downwind, sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and you find there's a lot of noxious air in the room and you can't even breathe. You find that it's like you're being strangled. And for children, it's even worse. And we are very concerned about the children who are growing up in this environment. Most of them are from migrant laborers who live here. And there's really nothing much they know about the health effects of this smoke. So we would also like to have a program where they can be educated on the dangers facing these children and their parents as they live in this dangerous environment.
Exposure to air pollution is associated with many numerous effects on human health, including pulmonary, cardiac, vascular, and neurological impairments. But the effects are not only health-related. The residents here have noticed other adverse effects.
And the vegetation here, the trees, as you can see, the trees have dried up, the vegetation, animals, people's health, and even you can see the iron sheets. People around here, they don't do the roofing with the iron sheets because they corrode after every 6 months. So they have substituted with roofing tiles. In fact, the locals are very bitter about this company because even as we speak, you can see around this place iron sheets have corroded, barbed wire, trees. You cannot even have timber or fence around this place. The company have been releasing pungent or obnoxious smell, and the locals have been complaining of health. The vegetations have degraded, and even the young people around this place, they have run away from this region, especially when an expectant mother is about to give birth. He just go to another relative so that she have proper delivery.
Due to the presence of the factory so close to the residential areas, it brings an unusual social-economic problem.
Vandalism is another issue because they buy scrap metal. So even young people around this place don't go to school. Reason being, they are very much engaged with this business of scrap metal. And we are urging the government to stop this scrap metal because they are even stealing the gates. You wake up one morning and you don't have a gate in your compound.
Ranging from sufurias, padlocks, gates, iron sheets, anything that's made of iron. Actually, the gates have actually gone. And they don't know where they disappeared. You wake up in the morning, your gate is gone. Tomorrow, you wake up, you don't have any sufurias. There's another mzee down here was complaining all his sufurias were gone as soon as they are metallic.
The residents filed another complaint on 6th of May 2010 to the Public Complaints Committee, but they say still today nothing has changed, and their complaint is that their constitutional rights are being oppressed.
We would say that the National Environment Management Authority should be more stringent, and we have reports that they have visited this factory, and at some stage, I think during Professor Micheka's tenure as Director General of NEMA, this factory was ordered closed until they put in place enough mitigation measures to make sure that the smoke that is emitted here is clean and does not have adverse effects. So we would like NEMA to revisit this factory, look at the issues. As you can see, it is open, and the smoke from the furnace goes directly downwind and affects people, and it does not even go through the chimney. And this is the smoke that we are very concerned about, because we don't know what chemicals are being emitted with this smoke.
The only way to be heard.
Initially, we gave the Public Complaints Committee of NEMA our complaint. They came last year and nothing. They haven't released any finding or recommendations. So if they won't, if NEMA won't act, we'll go to court under Section 70, Article 2, Sub-Article B. We'll go to court and compel NEMA to act on this menace. And if there is any institution in Kenya which should be disbanded, is NEMA. Because we have cried to NEMA for very many times, and these orders they gave, they don't work at all.
Under Chapter 5 of the Constitution, in the Enforcement of Environmental Rights, Section 70, a person whose environmental rights are denied, violated, infringed or threatened can apply to a court for action to be taken. Section 70, Article 2A. The court may take any order or give any direction it considers appropriate to prevent, stop, or discontinue any act or emission that is harmful to the environment.
The medical camp we would ask that it comes here so that it can look at the state of people's health, especially the respiratory health. We would like to have in that camp specialists of several categories. We would like to have mostly chest and lung specialists, so that they can look at the state of the lungs of these people who are living downwind. We would also like to have veterinary doctors, because we have been getting reports that even animals, cattle, sheep, goats that are in this downwind environment have also been adversely affected, and people have been losing their animals. So we would like to also have vets involved. We would like to have skin specialists, so that they can look at the skin of these people and see if these people are inhaling or are having heavy metals accumulate because in their skin and in their lungs, because we strongly feel that this factory is emitting a lot of heavy metals in this smoke.
The World Health Organization lists some of the major environmental problems of urban and industrial areas and their surroundings as unpleasant fumes and odors, reduced visibility, injury to human health and crops, damage to property by dust, and corrosive gases. The residents here have rights to be upheld like any other Kenyan. NEMA, together with the Public Complaints Committee, should look into this matter before it gets too ugly.